Good morning. I'd just like to say a few words about mental health issues. It would seem allegedly over the last few years we've had quite a few people we've been told have got bad mental health. Things have happened, they've attacked people, etc. So if this is the case, if you have a relative or friend struggling with mental health, please try to be kind about it and help them to get help through a doctor. To start off with a doctor, if they need medication, to start taking medication. I think in the UK we always have a bit of a problem with medication for depression or anxiety. So, I don't need tablets, I can manage on my own. Well, you might do, but there might come a point where you can't, and you get yourself into hot water, which has happened, and something happened yesterday like that. I've got high blood pressure. I have to take a mild blood thinner as I've had a couple of small strokes. So if I don't take them, I could die. The same with statins. The blood thinner destroys my skin, has made my skin thin and causes lots of bruising. But, I'm still told, and I know I have to keep taking it each day. There's this awful snobbery, I think, around mental health that's been going on for years in the UK. I used to help in a section with people that had mental health, and it's quite surprising how snooty some people about it. Oh, I don't need pills. Oh, no, I can manage on my own. But you can't. There will become a point, if it's even moderate, where you can't on your own. You do need help and people to guide you. And the first step to sorting out a problem is actually realising what you have wrong with you. The problem, if you acknowledge the problem, it's much easier to go on and get help. You might have relatives that don't want you to take tablets. This happened when my mother was very ill years ago. She should have had them, but another family member didn't want her to have them. And she quite clearly had this depression. And I think if you're into your 90s, what does it matter if you're on antidepressants? You might as well end your life as well as you can. You're not going to get addicted to stuff like that. Most of them aren't anyway. It is a bit more difficult tailing off and tapering off, admittedly, but a doctor can help you with that. And it's finding the one that suits you. Not all tablets, not all brands suit everybody, the same as blood thinners, blood pressure pills, etc. So really, this is just me trying to say that please, if people have this problem, say if they keep bursting into tears or something, don't yell at them and tell them to stop. Because if they got to the stage where they can't stop, it's not their fault. We all suffer from different things. And it's always the one that gets kicked the can down the road. Oh well, they're a bit stupid. They're a bit, bit depressed, bit anxious, got to get a grip on themselves. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I've worked with people, or for people with these problems, and it does not work that way. If someone needs help, they need to see a GP about it. That's the first place to start off with it. And for the GP, to review them every so often. Doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck on pills for years. It might be that you have to, and just keep to a low dose for the rest of your life. It's like if you need a blood pressure pill, isn't it? You don't just think, I don't like these anymore, I won't take them. You shouldn't be stopping or starting things without checking with your doctor anyway. It's always best to get the go-ahead. So if something is wrong and they've told you to do it, well, it wasn't your fault, was it? It's down on your notes. So I really do feel for people in this position because, as I say, from the work that I did, I know how prejudiced people were, and even their own families as well. Sometimes someone in their own family who was against them doing these things might suddenly get a bout of depression themselves, and then, oh, it all changes. Oh, yes, you need help. I can't cope with this. Well, how do you expect others to as well? So, just a thing that I think is lacking very much in British society, very much that you're seen as a nutcase. You know, we don't have asylums anymore. We don't put people in straitjackets. There aren't a lot of places for people to go, beds for mental health placements anyway. So it's better to try and get your problem sorted out as quick as possible. The longer you leave anything, the worse it will get without treatment, without talking to somebody. It could be that you could manage with counselling every week. Sometimes you can get it free or online. Sometimes you have to pay. But it's better to pay and get your problem sorted out than end up like some of the people, the stories in the paper lately. So allegedly, we're assuming these things are correct that we've been told. It's not up to me to say whether it is or it isn't, but these people needed help. And to get help, you either have your family or friend to take you there, go with you, or you go yourself and start sorting it out. I know it's difficult even to get a doctor's appointment, but if you're in a bad way emotionally, if you explain it on the phone, they probably will try and see you quite quickly or get somebody to call you back about it. You know, we shouldn't be ashamed if things go wrong in life. What usually happens is a lot of bad things happen to you. You disregard them, or your family tells you, oh, no, you'll be okay, you know, it's just life, blah, blah, blah. Well, with some people, we're all different. Some of us can take more than others. It's our personality, the way we're brought up, your age, whatever your circumstances. We can't all be this stiff upper lip person. As we've seen lately, it really doesn't help. Please get help yourself, or go with a friend or relative, or get them to phone up for you, and you can be there while they're speaking to the doctor, and then the doctor can speak to you. Please don't let this go. It's your life. Even if your family, assuming you're over 16, they can't really tell you not to go to a doctor. And even younger than that, if you've got problems, please try to sort them out. There is help, but you have to ask for it, and you have to take the first step. The first step is the worst part. God bless. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.